What's good? This is Marcus DeFingers back with another video, and in this video we're going to talk about the Northern Sound Horizon, which is now in Kontakt format. Before we get into that, go to defingers.com to find out more about stuff that I have to offer you, services. If you're looking to get your stuff trailerized, if you're looking for sample packs that I have, defingers.com is the hub for everything that I have going on. DAFINGAZ.com. I will also include that in the description. Shout out to the Northern Sound. I connected them, I think a year ago I connected with them, maybe a little bit longer, and they have some great stuff out there for music composers, creators, sound effects, sound design stuff, great stuff for trailer music. And we're going to dive into the Horizon series of sounds, which was previously released as a sound pack of I think WAV files, AIF files, sound files, and now it is in the Kontakt format. So we're going to look at the Kontakt format. Let me go to my finder here and find the actual folder. I have it open here. We're going to dive in. What you get here is you have all these sounds. So you have alarm signals, booms, hits, Braams, loops, pads, swooshes. Then you have the samples and everything. If you're familiar with the Kontakt format, we're going to load up these NKIs. We're going to start with alarm signals, and I'm also going to save these in my Logic Pro, so as defaults. So I really like, off the bat, I like the UI. One thing, this is a pre-release version, so things might change once it's released, and I will release this video if I get the blessing from the team over at the Northern Sounds to release this. But this is a pre-release, so some things might change, it might get fixed before official release. Just diving right in. So we have ADSR, we have some sample start options. You see the sample wave there. You have delay reverb built in. You have a step sequencer. You have a filter built in. A lot of things. Again, some other low pass, high pass, enhance options. I'm going to play alarm. So you have different samples, and if I want to play a different note, so let's say I bring this down to C, and I'm going to play the C2 here. Move it to D. So you hear the sample changing note and tone. That's really, really great, especially when you want to keep the alarm in the sound or in the key of your track. You have some shaping options. So if I wanted to add some LFO, like a sine, you can do different building things there. There's just so many options here. I wouldn't necessarily play a chord. And the green up here, let's see what that is. That can be the start of a great cue right there. So you can just get in here, start building sounds, layering things. I would just start playing random rhythms just to start building a cue or coming up with a signature sound. So here in Logic, what I can do is I can go up to, actually what I want to do is save it as you can save it as a Kontakt, and I'm going to save it as a library user sound. So I'm going to go to save, and we're going to create a folder called, actually I have a folder here, the Northern Sounds. This is going to just be called, what is it called? Alarm signals. So we'll do Horizon alarms signals. And what does that do? So this is actually giving you multiple lessons in one. So let's say we'll let that do its thing. So what we can do with that saved now, if I load up Kontakt here in a plugin, I can click on the little arrow next to Kontakt, if you see that there. And then I can scroll down to the Northern Sound, and it should be sounds with an S. We can change that later. And then I'm going to click on Horizon Alarm Sounds, and just like that, it loads up right there. We're going to do that with all these sounds from the Horizon cinematic sound. And then I can go through and tweak as needed. So that is signals. Let's load up booms, hits. And let's see how that sounds. So those are more like, and actually I want to make sure I have Omni. That sounds like downers. Those are the booms. Those are like the hits. Like whoosh hits. Yeah, and again, you can go in there. I can adjust the sample start if I just want it from the hit. You have reverb, and you have different, you have a lot of reverb. Let me move this up. You have a lot of reverbs to choose from also. You have, I think I saw small rooms, hardwood, rehearsal room. Yeah. You can have a lot of fun with this. Let me see what the enhance does with this. I'm imagining saturation, like distortion. So you can dial that into taste. You also have a sequencer here. We're going to turn the sequencer on. If you want to have some filter fun with that. And you can build up like the... Yeah, so you can start building and crafting your own sounds in here. Very powerful. It's a lot, and actually the plugin looks deceptively small, the interface here, but you have a lot just all on one page. You have your ADSR. You should be familiar with that. The attack won't do much on the sound that sort of has immediate transient, but on that, you can do a fade in. So you can dial in whatever you want on the sound. We're going to save this. Again, remember we went to, I'm going to do this here, the Northern Sound. I'm going to do save as, and this will be Horizon Boom Hits, I believe it's called, or Booms Hits. Let's make sure we got the name. Booms with an S, Hits. I didn't do the hyphen. That's fine. Horizon Booms Hits. Save. All right. Next up. We're just going through these one by one. There's not a lot to choose from. There's a lot in the plugins itself, but we only have, 6 NKIs, and they load up pretty fast. Braams. If you're not familiar with Braams, those are basically the signature bass sounds in trailer music. That's insane. Let's say I want to play another note. Let's say my song is in A flat. So you have different key switches down here, which will be the note of the key of the song that you're in. So let's say you're doing something in G, major G minor. You hit the G there. Or if you want the higher octave. And I would probably put some, let's play with the delay. We haven't done anything with the delay. Yeah, my trailer music friends are going to love this plugin. Thank you to the Northern Sounds. All right, I'm going to save this. Let me go to, I think that delay was out. Maybe reverb was down a little bit. But this will get us in the ballpark for when we want to find Braams. So I'm going to save this as a preset in Logic. So I'm going to go to Save As. We should already be in the Northern Sound, which I got to change the sounds plugin folder here. And we're going to go to Braams. I've seen Braams spelled multiple ways. I missed how it's spelled here, but I think it's 2 A's. I've seen 3, 4, 5. I've seen up to 5 A's, I think, for Braams. I've also seen H, B-R-A-A-A, H, M-S. I don't know the correct spelling, but it is what it is. Braams, there we go. Save. Next up, you'll see my folder here. We're going to bring up loops. Let's see what this is. So I don't know if this is melodic loops, percussive loops. It looks percussive just by looking at the waveform. Let's see if I'm looking at it right. Nailed it. All right. So we have some loops here. That one actually has a tone. So if we wanted to play that in C. And one thing to note, there is no information on the black keys, so I'm doing the black keys here on the keyboard, as you can see, but it's all on the colorful keys. If you have an NKI keyboard, even better. One of my goals is to get a keyboard this year. Native Instruments, let's chat. Would love to get, if there's a 76 key keyboard with the LED lights, that would be great. I don't know if there is. I know there's an 88. I don't know if I have room for an 88. I'm going on a tangent, but I would love to get an NKI keyboard, so hopefully I will see some friends at Native Instruments at NAMM next month. And I believe, let's confirm this. I'm at 120, so let's say we'll go to 150. It should be tempo mapped. So it's tempo mapped, of course. So whatever tempo your DAW is in, let's go down to 100 so you can really hear the difference. And it stretches the sample to match the tempo of your track. So really great there. And let's say I want to add some distortion. Almost sounds like a reverse clock type thing. But again, great sound there. And we are going to save this. So let's go back to loops. Horizon loops is what it's called. So we're going to go over here, pick up top. We're going to go to save as. This will be our Horizon loops. And again, this just makes it easier to navigate to those things. When I'm searching for sounds, I can just type in Braams. When I have the contacts selected, I can type in booms, hits, Braams, alarm signals, and it'll show up there. Next up, as we are closing this out, we're going to have pads, which are basically pads. So this one, I believe, you can just hold out a chord. So for this one, to select your pads, you have to go over here. So you have 6 pads to choose from. And I haven't messed with the mod wheel, but as you can see, the mod wheel here does a low pass, so I can do. You can even use that like outside of the trailer stuff, like just R&B, pop. You can also use it as a drone. Yeah, I'm not going to play through all the pads. You got to buy it if you want to hear all the pads. But that is pads. We're going to save our pads here. Click up top here. And make sure you are hitting the drop-down menu, Save As, Horizon Pads. Save. All right, now last but not least, I believe was Swooshes, depending on how you want to call it. We're going to play through some of this. So this will be the sort of type sounds. Let's see if I nail that. With the reverb, sounds incredible. I'll give you 1 or 2 more. That one has some of the low end. So for that one, you might want to have the low pass. If you want to just have like a whoosh to a boom. So you can use this plugin alone just for sound design. I'll play one more. That one would be great for like horror movies, horror trailers, Swooshes. So I'm going to save this. Save as. Horizon. Horizon. Was it Swooshes or Whooshes? Swooshes. Swooshes. And I believe, let me double check the sound library here. That is all. Again, you get the samples. So if you want to drop the samples in on your session. But what I tend to do is I would probably record in the plugin itself and then bounce the audio within the session if I want to do some more manipulation outside of the plugin. But you get so much power within the Kontakt format of the Horizon, the Northern Sounds Horizon instrument itself. Very, very, very powerful plugin. Again, there's a lot of stuff in here and a very minimal interface. You have a lot of control. I'm definitely going to be using this in my workflow, in my trailer music. And again, the pads, I can see that really working in a lot of the R&B stuff. So shout out to the Northern Sounds. I know they are continuously working to help people like me and you in our musical endeavors and creative efforts. I don't know about pricing yet as far as release dates and pricing. Again, like I mentioned, this is a pre-release overview of it, and I don't know if I can share this video. If they let me share it, I'll share it. But stay tuned for pricing. I will include a link to the Northern Sounds website here, which has also just been updated this year, about a month ago. I'd imagine it'll be in the shop once it's released, and you can click on here and find out where you can get it for the Kontakt version once that is released. Again, not out yet. So if you're looking for that version of it, it's not out yet. So just be on the lookout for it. And maybe at some point they'll add these other ones into the Kontakt instrument format. But you can check out more about the Northern Sounds on the website here. Also, shout out to the Northern Sounds for providing this at no charge for me to check out, and I really enjoy it. So again, I just created some things in Logic, some things that help my workflow as far as saving it as part of my presets in Logic, so that I can just one click and load it up. And there you go. If you have any questions, again, be sure to connect with me, dafingaz.com, DAFINGAZ.com, to check out any product, services, things that I have to offer, and be on the lookout for more videos on the way, more insight, and more stuff. All right. Be safe and be well, everyone. All right. Peace.